Welcome back, everybody, to Ready, Aim, Live. I'm Jose.
And I'm Wes. And this week, we're going to go ahead and dive into a little bit of differences in ammo that you may see on some of the shelves if you're looking for hollow points. And that's going to be the Hornady Critical Defense and the Hornady Critical Duty.
I wanted to bring these two boxes today because I had the question myself. And I'm sure if I had the question, there's plenty of you guys that might have the same question. What's the difference between critical defense and critical duty? So, we're going to dive in deep. Unfortunately, as you can see on the two rounds here, I do have one in 45 and then one in 9. So, the comparison is going to be a little off, obviously. Look at that beautiful 45. Just admire that real quick. But, the size is going to be off, but it doesn't take away from the differences between these two.
Well, so let's go ahead and dive straight into it because even if this being 45, it is still the critical defense and it's still actually made for a certain purpose. It is meant to carry with a concealed carry weapon or, used for personal protection. On the other hand, this critical duty is more for police officers or, somebody that's using a longer barreled gun.
Yeah, so, off of Hornady's website, if you go on there and look up these ammos, they do specify that critical defense was made to be shot out of a subcompact pistol, your normal pistol that you would carry for concealed carry. And critical duty is meant to be shot out of a 5-inch barrel. That way it can have its full burn on that bullet and get that accuracy going.
Well, in some of the videos that we watched, the actual maker of this style of Hornady Critical Defense, because this was the first one that was actually created, the different ballistics that actually go into it, this one is meant to actually hit the target and not go in as far and not go all the way through the target.
Spread.
It's got a good spread!
However, the critical duty within a 16-inch block of ballistic gel will go just about all the way through that ballistic gel because it is packing such a punch that is going down the weapon at a much higher velocity than this one is.
This is definitely some penetration right here, let me tell you. I wish we had our own ballistic gel to actually show you guys, but hey, we'll be there one day, I promise. And when we get there, we can come back to this video and show you guys our firsthand. But like we had to do, we did our research on it. We found other YouTubers with their videos of their ballistic gel. So hopefully one day we'll have our own ballistic gel to show you guys, but this is what we have found out between these two ammos on ballistic gel.
So since you actually own these and you've shot them, what do you feel is the difference between the two? Obviously this is 45, but in just a shooting perspective, what do you think the actual feel and difference is?
I mean, since I found out that, this is supposed to be shot out of a long range, I never even shot this out of my subcompact, so I couldn't even answer that question off of the same pistol. I haven't shot both rounds out of one pistol. I've been trying to stay true from what the manufacturer recommends. So it's hard for me to answer that. Shooting them from separate guns, I like them. I'm definitely one, if you're going to carry self-defense ammo, you need to shoot your self-defense ammo so you know how it feels and what it's like. And yes, they're plus P. Like they do, it packs a punch, but it's still the same thing as if I'm at the range and I'm shooting. It's nothing drastic change or anything like that. So it's nothing that's going to blow your world, but it's still controllable. It's still feasible. It's still going to do the job at the end of the day.
So what's some of the points about the actual ammo itself that brought you to want to actually try them and to purchase them?
So when I first heard about critical defense, I heard about how they have these little cushions here. So when this bullet makes impact, this pin here pushes back. It helps spread.
It's got a good spread!
So when I knew that this was going to help spread, and I'm thinking for a self-defense, I know that this bullet right here is going to do a lot more damage to any threat that I'm going to have to take or have to deal with, and this is going to handle it more properly. People can have their target ammunition. We already know that's going to you're just going to go straight through somebody. Yeah. And you can have hollow points, that's traditional, but knowing that this right here is going to help it do more damage, that's what I'm going for. I want the damage aspect because it's a self-defense round. If it comes to my life, I want this thing to do its job.
Well, see, and I really am hoping that at some point we can get maybe a dummy. I mean, ballistic gel sounds cool, but I really want to see what the actual penetration really looks like on a dummy and to see how far the bullet goes. You know, they do say that it's not supposed to go all the way through the target, you know, because it is a hollow point. It is supposed to hit the target, spread, stop, and not go any farther than it's supposed to. However, I really want to see firsthand what that really looks like.
I really want to do a test on it too. If we shot an armor plate vest and seeing the differences between the two ammos on a vest, on a plate carrier, and seeing, you know, if we could see any differences from once we take the plate carrier apart and, you know, aim the critical defense on the right side of the plate and the critical duty on the left side of the plate, and then we see the actual aftermath on a plate carrier. I think that'd be a great, you know, result video too, on seeing how much the impact of the damage really is.
Well, maybe whenever we get to that point, we could try and make sure that we have 9mm or both 45, so we have a complete comparison on what we're actually trying to shoot.
I shot all my 9, I'm sorry.
Well,
and then the other one's in my other pistol, so you already know how that is. You got 4 or 5 pistols laying around, they got ammo in it, you know?
Well, as you can tell, there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this video, because we are going to take this out in the woods and actually, you know, put up some of our plates and actually see what the damage actually is to an object, and maybe even bust out one of my carrier plates and see what that damage actually does to a armored person or, you know, an armored object, and, you know, work it from there. But we'll see.
I definitely think it's a great video idea, and especially getting this first one out just so you guys can really know the differences, because you might be at the store right now like, damn, what's the difference between these two? Which one should I get? You know, actually, matter of fact, when I was in Georgia with Tyler, we had found this critical duty, and it actually had a red sticker, a red label across the bottom, and it said for military and law enforcement only. So some states you might not even be able to get critical duty unless you're military or police personnel. I got this from Alabama, and it didn't have any sticker on there, so I was like, oh shit, so let me just take my opportunity and grab a box, since I know that this is, you obviously can't get this everywhere.
Alright guys, well, thank you for joining us today. Like I said, we are going to have a part 2 of this video just so that we can show and give a full-fledged demonstration on what the actual damage is from these projectiles and the bullets and the different cartridges that go into them. We have plenty of content on the actual YouTube page. We actually have a new show that's coming out every Saturday. We are going to have Self-Defense Saturdays. That will be Chris and Tyler, and I cannot wait to be able to see that.
Yeah, guys, that's a great way to start your morning. Sip your cup of coffee, screw reading the newspaper, get on GWB Tactical's YouTube, and watch every Saturday for your Self-Defense Weekly Review.
And besides that, we have a link tree in the description below that you can actually get to all of our social media accounts. You can see our Facebook, our Instagram, check out Rumble. I know they're still small, but hey, we got content on there as well. Anything else?
You guys gotta keep looking forward to all the content that's coming out. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. We have big things we want to have for you guys. We want to do giveaways. We need to get this going. We need to keep this following going. We've been loving all the feedback you guys have been giving us, and we appreciate it, and we want more. Come chat with us. Come hang out with GWB.
And always remember, guys,
who's got your 6?